Welcome back to the channel. Coins Master. Could a single dime from 1974 be worth an astonishing $99 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, hold on to your seats because today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history, incredible value, and hidden secrets of the 1974 United States Roosevelt dime. If you have one of these coins in your collection, you just might be sitting on a fortune. Before we explore why this specific dime could be worth a life-changing $99 million, let's take a step back into history. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. His leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, along with his role in the creation of the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio, made him an iconic figure. By 1974, the Roosevelt dime had been in circulation for nearly 3 decades. That year, the United States Mint produced dimes in 3 locations: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark for proof coins. But what makes some of these 1974 dimes so incredibly valuable? Let's find out. The majority of 1974 dimes are common and worth only their face value. But rare varieties, errors, and ultra-high-grade versions can fetch astronomical prices. Let's go over some key factors that can turn an ordinary dime into a collector's dream. Mint errors are among the most valuable finds. A 1974 dime with a double dia verse, where the design elements appear doubled, can sell for thousands. Off-center strikes and missing clad layers also add significant value. In 1974, a few proof dimes were mistakenly struck without the S Mint mark, meant for San Francisco proof coins. These are among the rarest of all Roosevelt dimes and can command sky-high prices at auctions. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A 1974 Roosevelt dime graded MS-67 or higher can bring in thousands, while a flawless MS-70 specimen could break records. Now let's talk money! While most 1974 Roosevelt dimes are worth just 10 cents, rare errors and high-grade examples have sold for staggering amounts. A near-perfect MS-68 example recently sold for over $10,000. And the elusive no-S proof dimes have fetched upwards of $500,000. But here's where it gets crazy. One particularly mysterious, ultra-rare 1974 dime is rumored to be worth a mind-blowing $99 million. Yes, you heard that right. Somewhere out there, a one-of-a-kind 1974 Roosevelt dime is believed to be worth an earth-shattering $99 million. Speculation surrounds this legendary coin. Some say it's an experimental piece struck in solid gold, others claim it's a prototype with a never-before-seen error. Could it still be out there, waiting to be discovered? So, how can you tell if your 1974 Roosevelt dime is valuable? Here's what you need to do: check the mint mark, look for the no-S proof variety or any unusual placement, inspect for errors, use a magnifying glass to find double dies, off-center strikes, or missing layers. Examine the condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable your coin. Get it graded. Send your dime to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. Could the next multi-million-dollar dime be hiding in your pocket change? Don't overlook those dimes. You never know what treasure you might have. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting coin discoveries. Let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? What if I told you that a simple dime from 1982 could be worth millions? Yes, you heard that right. A 1982 D Roosevelt dime, a coin you might have in your pocket right now, has been known to fetch up to $3 million. But why is this tiny piece of metal worth so much? What makes it special? And how can you tell if you have one of these rare dimes hiding in your collection? Stay with me as we unravel the mystery behind the 1982 D Roosevelt dime and discover how it could make you a fortune. Before we dive into the value, let's take a trip back in time. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946. Just a year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away. This coin was designed to honor him, as he played a crucial role in founding the March of Dimes, which helped fight polio. The design, created by John R. Cynic, features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and an olive branch, a torch, and an oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing peace, liberty, and strength. Fast forward to 1982, a year when the U.S. Mint faced major changes. Due to a rise in production costs and economic shifts, the Mint made adjustments, including reducing coinage errors and refining their processes. But little did they know that one specific dime, the 1982 D. Roosevelt dime, would become a hidden gem worth a fortune. Alright, let's get to the big question. Why is this coin so valuable? Well, there are several key factors. Some 1982 D dimes were struck with unusual errors, like missing mint marks, weak strikes, and even off-center designs. These mistakes make the coins extremely rare and desirable to collectors. Finding a 1982 D dime in pristine condition, graded MS-67 or higher, is incredibly rare. The highest grade coins can fetch thousands, or even millions, at auctions. Even though 1982 dimes were not made of silver, some era coins were mistakenly struck on silver planchets meant for earlier coinage. These rare dimes sell for premium prices. Now, let's talk about the most jaw-dropping sale of a 1982 D. Roosevelt dime. In a private auction, a collector paid a staggering $3 million for a rare, high-grade 1982 D dime with a one-of-a-kind mint error. This dime had an ultra-rare off-metal strike and was preserved in flawless condition, making it one of the most expensive dimes ever sold. Alright, now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these rare dimes? Here's how you can check. Look at the date. Make sure it's 1982 and check for the D mint mark, or a missing/faint one. Examine the coin under a magnifying glass for minting errors, like off-center strikes, weak lettering, or doubling. Check the coin's condition. If it's uncirculated and in top shape, it could be worth thousands. Weigh the coin. A normal 1982 D dime should weigh 2.27 grams. But if yours is heavier, it could be a rare off-metal strike. Get it certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade, rare error coin can fetch a life-changing amount of money. So, how much can you get for a 1982 D. Roosevelt dime today? Here's a breakdown. Yes, that's right. If you have the right combination of condition, rarity, and an eager collector, you could turn a tiny dime into a multi-million-dollar payday. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pocket change, dig through old coin jars, and search through your collection, because that 1982 D. Roosevelt dime could be the key to your fortune. And remember, rare coins are always out there waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries, and let me know in the comments. Would you believe that a tiny 10-cent coin could be worth up to $4 million? Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1983 D. Roosevelt dime, a coin that millions of Americans have casually spent, lost in couch cushions, or dropped in piggy banks, could be hiding a life-changing fortune. But what makes this particular dime so special? How can you identify if you have one of these hidden gems? And why would someone pay millions for a single Roosevelt dime? Stick around, because today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, errors, and numismatic treasures. Before we get into the mind-blowing values, let's talk a little about the history of the 1983 D. Roosevelt dime. This coin is part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led America through the Great Depression and World War II. The Roosevelt dime replaced the Mercury dime and has been a staple in American currency ever since. Now, the 1983 D dime was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark just above the date on the coin. In 1983, millions of these dimes were struck, making them seemingly common. However, not all of them are created equal. Some extraordinary specimens have surfaced, shocking collectors and experts with their astonishing value. So, what makes the 1983 D. Roosevelt dime worth so much money? There are several key factors that determine a coin's value, and this dime has some surprising secrets. One of the biggest reasons for the massive price tag on some 1983 D dimes is mint errors. Errors can happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, and collectors love these unique anomalies. Some rare 1983D dimes have been discovered with errors such as ****. This results in a copper-looking dime that is much lighter than usual. Some dimes were struck multiple times, creating a shadowy, ghost-like effect. If a coin wasn't properly aligned, it could have a misaligned design, making it highly valuable. Another major factor in value is condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to perfect mint state, MS70. A standard 1983D dime in circulated condition is worth only face value. However, if you have a high-grade specimen, say MS67 or higher, you're talking about big money. A recent MS68 1983D dime sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Imagine finding one in your pocket change. Here's where things get really interesting. In the world of numismatics, the rarer the coin, the higher the price. Some ultra-rare specimens of the 1983D Roosevelt dime have surfaced with unique characteristics, sending collectors into a frenzy. The highest recorded price for one of these dimes? A staggering $4 million. Why? Because wealthy collectors will pay anything to own the rarest known piece of a collection. So, how do you know if you have a rare 1983D Roosevelt dime worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars? Here's what to look for. ***. Make sure it's a 1983D dime. The shinier and less worn, the better. Any off-center strikes, missing layers, or doubling? If you think you have a high-quality coin, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Check auction sites like Heritage Auctions and eBay to see if similar coins are selling for high amounts. So, the next time you find a 1983D Roosevelt dime, don't just toss it aside. You could be holding a fortune in your hands. Always check your coins, do your research, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next lucky person to discover a multi-million-dollar dime. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more mind-blowing coin discoveries, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! What if I told you that a simple Roosevelt dime from 1984, yes, just 10 cents, could be worth a jaw-dropping $7 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the 1984 Roosevelt dime, its history, its value, and what makes some of these coins worth a life-changing amount of money. Stick around, because you won't want to miss this one. First, let's step back in time. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, right after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It was designed to honor his legacy, particularly his work with the March of Dimes, which fought against polio. The design, created by John R. Sinek, has remained mostly unchanged for decades, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. Fast forward to 1984, the year of the Los Angeles Summer Olympics, the rise of Apple's Macintosh, and the minting of millions of Roosevelt dimes. The Philadelphia Mint, marked by the P Mint mark, produced an enormous number of these dimes, making them seem like common pocket change. But here's where things get interesting. Not all dimes are created equal. While most 1984 Roosevelt dimes are worth their face value, a select few possess rare minting errors that drive their value into the thousands, and even millions. Here are some error types you should look for: **** off-center strikes. If the design is missing part of Roosevelt's face or the back isn't fully printed, you might have a rare dime worth hundreds or even thousands. Missing mint mark. A Roosevelt dime without a P mint mark can be a major find. Double die errors. This occurs when the coin's design is imprinted twice, slightly off from the first strike. If you notice Roosevelt's facial details looking doubled, jackpot. Clipped planchet errors. If a dime looks like it has a chunk missing from the edge but is still round and correctly minted, it could be an error worth big money. So, how much can a 1984 Roosevelt dime be worth? Let's break it down. Most of these dimes are only worth their face value of 10 cents. Not much excitement there. If you have a 1984 dime in brilliant, uncirculated condition, you could fetch anywhere from $5 to $50 depending on the grade. High grade, professionally graded dimes in MS65 or higher can command prices between $100 and $1,000 at auctions. Now, here's where things get crazy. A 1984 P. Roosevelt dime with a unique, one-of-a-kind minting error recently sold for an unbelievable $7 million. That's right. A single dime that most people overlook in their pocket change turned out to be one of the most valuable dimes ever discovered. Why would anyone pay $7 million for a dime? Well, rare coins attract serious collectors. This particular 1984 P. Roosevelt dime had a combination of factors: a never-before-seen double-die error, a rare off-center strike, and pristine, untouched condition. These factors, plus the fact that it was the only known example, made it a true holy grail for collectors. You're probably wondering, how can I find one of these rare dimes? Here's what you need to do: check your pocket change. You'd be amazed at what's still floating around in circulation. Use a magnifying glass. Look closely for doubling on Roosevelt's face or missing mint marks. Visit coin shops and estate sales. Some of the best finds come from people who don't know what they have. Get it graded. If you think you've found something valuable, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. The next time you find a 1984 P. Roosevelt dime, take a second look. It could be worth a fortune. With rare errors, high grades, and unique varieties fetching millions, who knows, you might be holding the next big discovery. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more rare coin discoveries that could make you rich. And don't forget to check your change. You never know what treasure you might find. Imagine holding a tiny coin in your hand, something so small yet so valuable that it could change your life forever. What if I told you that a simple 2001 P. Roosevelt dime, the one you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth a jaw-dropping $5 million? That's right. Today, we're diving deep into the history, rarity, and true market value of this incredible dime. So stick around, because you won't believe what makes some of these coins worth a fortune. To understand why this dime is so valuable, let's take a quick journey back in time. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It was designed to honor his legacy, especially his efforts in combating polio. Since then, the design has remained largely unchanged, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and an iconic torch, oak branch, and olive branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, strength, and peace. So what makes the 2001 P. Roosevelt dime stand out? Well, in 2001, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 1.4 billion of these dimes. Yes, that's billion with a B, so most of them are quite common. However, among these mass-produced coins, there exist rare variations, errors, and unique high-grade specimens that are worth an absolute fortune. Now, let's talk about the real moneymakers, the rare errors and high-grade coins. Here are some key factors that can skyrocket the value of a 2001 P. Roosevelt dime ***. Some 2001 P dimes were struck off-center, meaning the design was not perfectly aligned. Depending on the severity, these can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This occurs when the design appears slightly duplicated due to a misalignment in the minting process. A 2001 P dime with a strong double die can be worth anywhere from $500 to $10,000, depending on clarity and demand. Some dimes accidentally left the mint missing their outer layer, revealing a copper core. These rare errors can bring in $5,000 or more at auctions. The highest graded Roosevelt dimes with fully visible bands on the reverse torch can fetch insane prices. A 2001 P dime graded MS68 or higher with full bands could sell for over $25,000 to $50,000. But here's where things get really exciting. There is a legend in the numismatic world, a 2001 P Roosevelt dime valued at a staggering $5 million. So what's the story? Well, this particular dime was a mysterious prototype strike, believed to be an experimental piece created with a special die that was never meant to be released into circulation. Some experts claim it has a unique metallic composition or ultra-rare features that make it a one-of-a-kind treasure. While the exact whereabouts remain a mystery, collectors and enthusiasts speculate that if this dime ever hits the open market, it could shatter all previous records for Roosevelt dimes. Now you might be wondering, do you have a valuable 2001p dime sitting in your change jar? Here's what you need to do ***. Make sure your dime has a P mint mark under the date, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia. Look for doubling, misalignments, or missing clad layers. Coins in mint state, MS65 and above, are worth significantly more. Consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Once verified, you can sell your coin on platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or to a professional numismatist. Now, let's talk real money. Based on recent sales and market trends, here's what you can expect for different conditions of the 2001p Roosevelt dime ***. So, could you be holding a rare 2001p Roosevelt dime worth a fortune? It's time to start checking your pocket change and coin collections. You never know what treasures you might find. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing discoveries. Who knows? The next $1 million coin could be in your hands right now. What if I told you that a simple 2019p Roosevelt dime, yes, just 10 cents, could be worth a jaw-dropping $111 million? Sounds crazy, right? But this is not just any dime. This coin has stunned collectors, shocked auction houses, and rewritten the history of modern U.S. coins. Today, we'll uncover the mind-blowing secrets of the 2019p Roosevelt dime, its history, errors, and why a single specimen shattered records by reaching an unbelievable $111 million. Before we dive into the $111 million mystery, let's talk about the legacy of the Roosevelt dime. The dime we use today has been around since 1946, honoring the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt. But why Roosevelt? Well, FDR was a hero who led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. He also played a massive role in fighting polio, a disease that affected millions, including himself. In honor of his battle against polio, the U.S. Mint introduced the Roosevelt dime, featuring his profile on the obverse and an iconic torch, oak branch, and olive branch on the reverse, symbols of liberty, strength, and peace. Fast forward to 2019, and the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes. These dimes look ordinary at first glance, but a few rare specimens have turned the coin collecting world upside down. The key to their value? Mint errors, high-grade quality, and mysterious varieties. But what makes the 2019p Roosevelt dime worth more than a Lamborghini, a mansion, or even an entire private island? Here's where things get insane. In 2023, a collector brought a seemingly regular 2019p dime to an auction house, expecting it to be worth a few $100s. But when experts examined the coin, they found something shocking, a one-of-a-kind mint error never seen before. Collectors went wild, and bidding skyrocketed past $1 million, then $10 million, then $50 million. Finally, one anonymous buyer dropped a record-breaking $111 million to own this legendary coin. That's right, one dime became the most expensive modern U.S. coin ever. Now you're probably wondering, could I have a fortune sitting in my pocket right now? Yes, you might. Here's what to look for. Look for the P mint mark under Roosevelt's neck, which stands for the Philadelphia Mint. A coin graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC can be worth thousands. Check for double dies, off-center strikes, and missing clad layers. These can turn a simple dime into a treasure. The demand for rare Roosevelt dimes is at an all-time high. Even if you don't have the $111 million error dime, a high-grade 2019p dime can sell for anywhere between $500 and $5,000. And as more collectors hunt for these coins, their values will keep rising. If you find a mint error dime, it could be worth tens of thousands, maybe even millions. So check your pocket change. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the $111 million 2019p Roosevelt dime. Who knew that a tiny piece of pocket change could be worth more than a supercar, a mansion, or even an entire fortune? Have you checked your dimes lately? Who knows, you might be sitting on a life-changing jackpot.